Hey Taurus, we're here to do your weekly reading for the first week of August. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's jump right in. We have a lot to cover. Let's see. I'm going to pull all your cards first, Taurus, and then we'll go over it and then we'll clarify. What do we have for Taurus this week, please? All right, Taurus. Here's what's going on this week. The main theme, if you will. You have the Fool. This could be a lot of things. It seems like you are taking a leap of faith. You are heading in a brand new direction, a brand new beginning, and you're doing it with a lot of gusto. You're like excited about it. It's not one of these situations where you're like, I can't believe I'm being forced to blah, blah, blah. No, you're like, hell yeah, let's go. I'm going to take this leap of faith. I'm going to keep moving, and I'm going to have a lot of faith while I'm doing it. In the recent past, you have the Hierophant. This is a commitment of some sort. If it's not a commitment, it could be something to do with like an institutional thing, like college, for example, or I don't know, prison. Take it how it resonates. I think it has something to do with a commitment. In the current situation, you have the Page of Swords. This is some information that's coming in this week. I will clarify and see what it is, but this is a little bit of clarity that you've been looking for, possibly, and haven't found up until this point, but it is coming this week. As far as the immediate future, you have the King of Swords. So you go from the Page of Swords to the King of Swords. You're going to get a little bit of information this week on whatever it is that's been withheld from you, or clarity on something that you've been looking for, news to come in some way. You're going to get a little bit of it this week, and then bam, right after that, the whole thing. You're going to hear all of it. So like if somebody comes in this week and just gives you a little bit of something and you're like, I don't think I'm getting the whole enchilada here. You're right, because it's coming after. As far as what you don't see coming, from the bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Swords. Whatever this is, it puts you on a path to just like such a better place. You feel lighter, you feel happier, you have a burden lifted off your shoulders, and you feel like you're heading in the right direction. Your advice for this week is the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is like, hey, this is just the beginning. You're just getting started. Don't be reckless. Haste makes waste. One step at a time. So, Taurus, let's take a look and clarify the Fool. This is Aquarian energy. Okay, clarify the Fool, please, for Taurus, the first week of August. You have the Death card, the Sun, wow, and the Fool again. You have 4 major arcana here. This is a big thing that's happening. Whatever this is this week, this is going to be like a before and after memory for you. You'd be like, yes, and that is the day that I took my first step in this direction, and everything changed after that for the better. That's what's happening here this week. It comes after something that ended that maybe wasn't all that pleasant, and over time, the sun started coming back out, that ending started to look a little bit further away, and it really put you in this place of like being super enthusiastic and like, you could conquer the world here. That's cool. That looks really cool, Taurus. Let's look at the Hierophant in the recent past. This is your energy. Like I said, some sort of commitment here. Maybe that's what's come to an end. Let's see. You have the Four of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Lovers. Yeah. Okay, so in the recent past, you had a commitment. the Lovers and the Hierophant. It seems like there was a long period of time where you were either feeling like you were getting the cold shoulder, or you were feeling like this person had turned off or turned down or was withdrawing their energy, and this can be reversed. Take it how it resonates. Maybe that's how you were feeling, but either way, somebody in this relationship, in this commitment, withdrew their energy in some type of way. The Four of Cups talks about feeling rejected, ignored, given the cold shoulder. Somebody who's just like, all in all, emotionally unavailable to some extent. And it's usually because we don't know how to use our words sometimes. Like, it's so hard to just say like, hey, here's how I'm feeling. So instead we just kind of shut down. And I don't know who this is, but regardless, it looks like it was a little bit painful, but you're moving on in a way that's like very proactive and exciting. Let's look at the Page of Swords for this week. That's clarified with the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. This could have something to do with work. It's not necessarily a love reading, right? This could have something to do with work. You could be hearing something about a job if you've been looking for a job. You could also be hearing something about a financial situation that you're kind of tangled up in. Either way, the information that's coming in this week is coming in without the whole truth and nothing but the truth attached to it. You have the Seven of Swords here. You have the Seven of Swords here, along with the Page of Swords. That is information that's coming in, and it's not clear, it's not full, and there's something a little bit untrustworthy about it. But you see that it's not like you're not being scammed or duped or anything. You're like, I don't think I'm getting the full picture here. And you're right. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It could even be like, let's say you got hired for a job and they told you that they were going to hire you at X amount of salary, and then you show up and it's like half what you expected it to be. It's something like that. Like there's some sort of like deceptive, like trying to pull, like somebody's trying to pull one over on you, but you're not there for it. Like you see it. Or it could be, if this is this relationship from the past where this person kind of shut down, if that's what happened here, it could be them coming back in and saying, this is why I shut down. But it's not the truth. And you know it's not the truth, and you actually get to that here in the immediate future. So let's look at the King of Swords in the immediate future for Taurus. You have the Emperor, the Ace of Wands, and the Page of Swords again. Yeah, whatever this is here, it's definitely coming back a little bit later with the full truth. You have the Emperor and the King of Swords. Those two don't F around. They don't speak sideways. They're very direct, and they hold you accountable. So if somebody came in this week and fed you a bunch of BS in the immediate future, they're paying for it big time. Yeah, they got caught. They got caught in a lie. And it's so funny because you're like, I already know the truth. I already know whatever this truth is. It's like you already kind of know. You just want to hear it from them, and they show back up and they can't even give it to you. But you're patient. You're patient, and you're like, okay, I'll just wait for you to come back and give me the full story. Let's see the Six of Swords for what you don't see coming. This is, you know, this can be like feeling like you're getting to a better place, picking up the pieces and moving forward. It could also be feeling a little bit uprooted. Let's see. You get the Three of Cups, the King of Swords again, and the Empress. Wow. Lots of repeats here, Taurus. The message is not deviating whatsoever. You're heading to a time in your life where you feel supported, taken care of, nurtured. You have a lot of self-confidence and a lot of self-worth. Your self-esteem is through the roof, and you're taking care of yourself for once. And I don't mean that you don't take care of yourself or you haven't in the past. What I mean is, like, you're really putting in the effort to care for yourself, for self-care, and it shows. And you're like radiating, Taurus. And it's because you got this truth here. You're like, that's all I wanted. I just wanted the truth. I'll leave you alone after that. I don't have any use for you after that. Let's look at the advice as the Two of Wands. You have the Eight of Cups, Strength, and the Chariot. This is Cancer and Leo. So, your advice is, no matter what this information is that's coming in, no matter what this news is, no matter what words hit your ears from somebody else's mouth, stay on this path of the Fool. Remember, you've got places to go and people to see and things to do, and this is all going to be like such a dot in the distance sooner than you think. Yeah, stay on your path, stay strong. Don't let something like this get to you, because it's going to get to this other person or this other source of information. That's who's going to have to pay for it. You're going to just be like, and move on. And it's the very beginning of like the rest of your life, truly. So let's see if we can get anything else for you, any more clarity for you here. Anything else for Taurus, please? Taurus, you have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. What else for Taurus? Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Yeah, I think retreat and release your ex has a lot to do with this past situation and whatever this information is. Interesting. All right, well, now you know. Taurus, thank you for watching to this point. I really appreciate you. I hope you have a lovely first week of August, and I'll see you next time. Bye.